This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Tuesday, June 27th, 2023. I'm Gary Dick. Bloomington-based Cardinal Spirits has announced the opening of its first ever Community Equity Round, which allows the distillery's fans and biggest supporters to invest in the company starting at $100 in exchange for equity. The company has already raised $176,000 from nearly 200 investors since opening the round, says CEO Jeff Westlich.
We want to have more fans in the field. We want people to go into their local bars or restaurant or their liquor store or their chain grocery store and say, are you carrying Cardinal Spirits? I really want it. Those bars and restaurants want to support what their customers want, and we hope that it works beneficially for all parties involved.
A West Lafayette-based startup that manufactures solid rocket motors and rocket fuel is under new ownership. Purdue University said Monday that Adranos has been acquired by Anduril Industries, a defense products company headquartered in Costa Mesa, California. Anduril founder and CEO Palmer Luckey will be in Fort Wayne today to speak before the second annual Northeast Indiana Defense Summit. Healthcare giant Thermo Fisher Scientific, which last year had sales of nearly $45 billion, has set up shop in Fishers. The company's new Hamilton County labs will provide post-transplant diagnostics to doctors who monitor kidney transplant patients. The company says the facility currently has about a dozen employees, but that number is expected to grow to more than 25 over the next 4 years. From the state's number one source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. For 25 years, we've had the honor of telling the story of Indiana business. More than 1,300 shows, 8,000 interviews. We've traveled from Valparaiso to Versailles, Fort Wayne to Fort Branch, and everywhere in between. And we are just getting started. Our team is passionate about Indiana business because your story is worth telling. Join us every week as we travel the state to bring you Indiana's story. Inside Indiana Business, 25 years and counting. The business landscape for hearing aids drastically changed when they became available over the counter late last year. And a small company in Fishers believes its accessory is poised to take a giant bite out of the young market. Here's Inside Indiana Business reporter Kylie Valletta.
Redux says about 2,500 audiology clinics are already using its professional dryer for hearing aids, and in a matter of days, the company will roll out a dryer designed for home use. Redux president Ruben Zielinski says the number one reason hearing aids fail is moisture in the electronics, caused by humidity from body heat and sweat. There are plenty of other hearing aid dryers on the market, but Zielinski says Redux uses a proprietary method that guarantees to remove 100% of the moisture.
It lowers the vacuum pressure inside a chamber, and any electronics that's in there, the water will boil off at room temperature, turn to gas, and therefore we can run the machine until there's no more water left because we detect an endpoint with a humidity sensor.
Zielinski says some big box retailers that now sell hearing aids over the counter are very interested in selling Redux home dryers after giving customers a free dry with the professional version. The home dryer currently retails for about $300 on the company's website. Kylie Valletta, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Indiana will receive more than $850 million in federal high-speed internet funding. The U.S. Department of Commerce's telecommunications wing announced on Monday as part of a national pot worth more than $42.5 billion. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand.